Hello, I'm Dr. Mia Luth, and I have this nice whole thing going on, but I've been organizing and cleaning again, and got all messed up. Um, I have several topics that I just need to get out, and so I do that when I have opportunity, and I've been trying to make time during my day to do that. So, how's well done. I appreciate anybody who listens. Background music is YouTube. Just type in alternative rock life. So, yes. Um, and it's got a bunch of stuff which I like listening to. Sometimes I can't stand television, I gotta be honest. Right? Like, I'm like, oh God, I never want to watch television again. Like, no way. But, um, I'm more of an outdoorsy kind of person. I don't know. It looks pretty dumb. And I used to have bobby pins sitting right here. And then I was thinking, oh, I gotta get organized. But it's mostly because my hair, I didn't wash my hair. I know I look like a weird, colorful munchkin. For some people, it's just best to just plan in your calendar somewhere, like one Saturday or Sunday or something, a month. And then, right, that's what you do. You clean up clutters and piles and other things, and if you get in the habit of doing them, then there's less clutter. But there really isn't such a thing as burnout. There is such a thing as perception of certain things. So some people need to understand this. Some of the stuff that you think might not be so normal is actually normal. Regular, everyday people, human things. But yeah, I was working on something else entirely, but when just law enforcement gets involved, I'm like, ah, shit, I'm out. I'll tell you, I don't give a crap. Right? Need this bullshit. They don't even pay me. Right? So, sometimes it's okay. Just mic drop. Walk away from it all. And don't come back. Um, don't go back to it. But people looking for original ideas and people trying to test theories and all these kind of things. For people who just think all science is lies and be like, well, you're just going to have to be telling me that in a court of law with a lot of different people around, falsely accusing me of being a liar. So I don't get heavily religious, but people understand spirit. People understand certain things no matter where you are. Okay? Well, I did do somebody a favor, but that was a freebie. Some people can't pay you back. Some people can't. Like, they're the ones who need help. Like, you don't ask them for money, you understand? But pro bono, it's like a legal term for working for free. I've done a bit of pro bono myself, just not in the legal field. Okay? So, before I was 30, Okay, I already had several degrees. I had at least 10 years, full to half-time, quarter-time work experience. And I was running my very own, me, the creator of field research for real scientific national park. See what I'm saying? So I got an institutional grant from Towson University. Well, I didn't ask for it, but I got it, and I was very grateful for it, right? But because I wasn't expecting it, well, it helped me pay back. Well, I used it to bring other people on real field research. Now, there's some universities that, well, Towson University was thought of as a teaching school. It's still got a teaching school, but it's expanded like a bit. It's an animal behavior program, and that one you do spend a lot of time outside. Okay, if you like being outside, okay. But I love animals. I don't experiment on them. Well, except sometimes I do mess around. If I have a cat in my house, but it doesn't really do any harm. They just look really stupid and bang into things. But they don't notice. Like, I meant to do that. Anyway, okay. A lot of people got a lot of experience doing one thing, but it's not like I'm some dud. Get it? My schedule, I can't keep track of crap. I don't know what the hell's going on most of the time. Like, because I don't care. Right? A lot of stuff's not my business, and so it's just kind of is that way. But I mean, I really am getting to the point. It's just like, what the balls? I need a new bed. I need a different. I'm tired of being in the house. I'm tired of doctors. So gonna have to cut some stuff out in my life. Okay. Some of them I know better. Like, there are 14 studies that just came out. Okay? So scientific inquiry takes a while, people. Okay? And so the more people who are willing to, have their blood type of it, right? It's not for some devious, disastrous, horrible, terrible thing. And brain cells grow back, people. Not all of them, but that is why, yes, comas, medical comas. Sometimes, if you don't have the staff and you don't have the resources, and you know they're coming, medical coma. Just keep them, and a lot of that it will heal naturally. Can't keep them for right, but you can do that. But here's the thing about animal hoarders, people who have like houses full of animals. If you don't stop judging them, I'm going to start making sure that there are legal methods to stop you. Okay? You don't understand the frame of mind. You don't understand. A lot of them do that because animals don't judge them like you people do. So, yes, you can actually take it too far. And then you are held responsible for it. And there are ways, right, to find the originator of something intentionally harmful. Okay? Try not to use words as weapons because you're not fighting in a war, assholes. Get what I'm saying? So some people, like when we're at hockey games, okay, I know. What the fuck kind of bullshit? You see what I'm saying? It happens sometimes, right? We all agree, and those, yes, we know. But the kids just, it's like, look, Coach Maurice is down there in Florida. Oh, he's a dickhead. The penis, the head of the penis, the American penis. Um, well, you know, who's just having impassioned conversation? Someone just talking about the ships and the flock. It's very important to keep the ships and maintained properly so they stay afloat and they're working. And sheep got to be fed every single day. And go out and into um, mow the lawn for you. Right? And where you got to put them back. Well, you can put them in a barn. There are a lot of things that people don't understand. Mixed up terminology can cause some issues. But I don't want anybody who hasn't been to any kind of church, Protestant, any kind that's under the name God. Some of you absolutely destroy them, and that's not okay. So you're going to leave them alone. Some of you angry churches. Got it? My whole life is already blown. I had no choice but to walk out of it. Why would that be? Somebody fucked up, but I can't go back. I can't have it again. Put me in my life in danger for no reason. Arrogance, right? Some of that, all that crap. I had at least 3 love spells cast on me, and so I needed to find the originators because, right? It's like, hi, assholes. Fuck the 3 of you. Get it? I don't know how you go about doing that kind of stuff. No. Especially if you're doing it out, they don't understand. Okay, but they start interpreting it only literally. And then they start doing it literally for real. Somebody didn't know that, and so I'm telling you. Many human deaths. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep, there's some minds that should not be in charge. Well, you don't have to be assholes about certain things, right? Sometimes. Dignity's sake. However, okay, in the United States, you can't just. Anyway, I'm not going to get into big thing about all that. Okay, because the politics. I learned how my government works. I don't know how the whole schmeal works. I don't care. I'm just praying it's actually right for the good of we the people, not for the good of we the few. Okay? So, there are some people who may be higher profile who want to make absolutely certain some dickhole isn't gonna sell their story for money and let personal hurtful things out into the open. You see what I'm saying? Okay, like I am at the point where I might actually pick up a chair and just I want him with it, but I'll push him away. Get the fuck away from me. Get out! I'm going to have to call law enforcement. Because you're going to need backup, asshole. Some struggles of the mind aren't worth it. And they can be alleviated. Right? But some people don't understand certain things. So I don't need anybody hiding. I don't need secret plan happening around me. You just got to trust me. I'm not. Right. And I'm the one who needed help and assistance. And then I got a whole shitload of crap dumped on me. Like, I don't think you get it. I'm the only one in flesh who can. I really shouldn't. Some of you assholes. And total shitbags. But after a while, it's just like, well, they're going to burn out and die soon anyway. Maybe people shouldn't just let them do that. People have to look out for each other, and that's really important. Those of you who are low carb in it, okay? I don't know entirely about the diabetics because that's your stuff is always going to be specialized, and your numbers are going to be. But okay, I have tried so many different types of caramel corn over the last year. There's like soft caramel cob Kathy K is soft. So it's actually worse for you if you're worried about dental stuff being pulled out. Okay, but it's really good. High in some stuff that maybe you don't want, but these are not as sweet as some of the other ones because I had some caramel corn that it's so sweet. I can't do the sweet shit. I don't know how you people can freaking drink that. Like sweet tea and not just keel over like dead bugs. I can't even let it go down my throat. But just to get a little quick energy, kind of nice flavor. But I only eat like 10 pieces a day. Yeah. And that's like dessert throughout the day. But it also keeps the energy pretty stable. So even if you're not diabetic, you still got to know about keeping your energy stable. So it's good to know about these things. The best way for people to help other people is like understand how your bodies work. So it's not some big mystery. Okay? Great. I still have room for one client. Weekly for about an hour online. And each person's a little different, and there's stuff I might have to refer. I can do this in the state of Maryland legally because I have the actual requirements. School, practical experience, though. So I'm a doctor, but not entirely a medical doctor. But I know enough to know the difference between someone who has a cold and someone who has something that is not a cold. Okay, sneezing is not usually indicated with smoker's cough. So I know some things better and have more updated information sometimes than other people. But, I'm not going to have a bunch of people, so many people online, out loud, recorded, wherever you go, falsely accusing people right out loud of stuff. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Okay? Like, you can't look at lying black and white, because some people will say things comforting and some people are more, verbally active than others. But it took the United States government 2 years to have someone come knock on my door and give me a little tiny piece of paper that said I was one of the government contractors who had all of my personal sensitive information stolen. That's twice. Now, what am I supposed to think about this throughout my life? My own fellow country people. Okay, there are a lot of law enforcement considerations all over the planet that many of you don't know about or understand. Okay, but that's the point. When somebody starts pushing me for some kind of disclosure, you will have to do that directly in front of my face, and there have to be, people with firearms that are holstered just in case. See? So you can't make assumptions about a single picture. You can't make assumptions about just one thing. I war, it's a huge fucking pileup. There's unexploded bombs still. There's like shit. Kids finding firearms with freaking firing pins in them. Okay, you're supposed to clean up in between wars, not just keep. Okay. The innocent are going to remain innocent. And they're going to get covered. And they're going to be properly maneuvered. Okay. But, there's plenty of housing. So, new builders, I don't give a shit. Maybe some werewolf does come out of freaking nowhere and off you go get dragged. I don't know what I saw. I had a couple beers. Get it? You gotta stop. United States citizens should all just be trying to look at restoration. Okay? All kinds of stuff that's still in existence. Okay? And there are so many different types of renewable things in this, right? And so if you don't understand how ecosystem, or if you don't know the general, third graders aren't experts on much of anything. But nobody's children run me, adult or otherwise. You do get to a certain point where it's like, I don't give a crap, seniority my ass. Like, zip up your fly, man. You got 2 different shoes on. Are you okay? Okay? The people are hooting and hollering and all kinds of shit. It's like, right, once a year, make sure you got proper water stores for at least 10 people, depending on the size of your house, plus a couple extra. Okay? Instead of spending money on stupid shit, use it to help your own selves become more responsible and to help each other. And so building. But it's like I said, in the United States, if you are on the supplemental food program, okay, there are stores now, Amazon's one of them, but Walmart. And so if you can't go online, okay, you can get to the Walmart. All right. So you budget, okay, maybe 10-15% of it toward staple items that are shelf stable. All kinds of milk, including plant milk, can be found shelf stable. Okay. And, powdered milk and just having something. But Angus and Farms makes stuff that all you need is water and heat and some little pot or pan. Okay. Right. If you have uh, things like a sterno, okay, sometimes you can buy just one little holder. Okay. But sometimes you can use, there's a lot of different ways to do it. Okay. Safe ways. So don't be doing certain things indoors. Okay. But everybody can do that, no matter how poor you are or rich you are, dummies. Hey, don't automatically assume someone else is taking care of some shit for you. It may not be the case. Okay. Well, that's why. Okay. Some of you should have, understanding of, right, some emergency equipment that can help not just you, but your neighbors. Right? Chemical toilets. You can use sawdust, you can use cat litter. Or just put a tent up in the woods. See what I'm saying? Some people have well water, and so it doesn't work to say it's city water, and some people have to, carry water on their heads in buckets. And so not everything is the same. Okay? But everybody should be grateful about something. Just find something. And that's the only thing you can find for a little bit of time, then that's fine. Right? But other people need to understand, man, don't be so freaking hard on them that don't know, or Mrs.'s mom, or, right. There are a lot of people, and then the pressure, and then, the ideal of what a man should be may not be the actual target. Okay. Some of us are not going to change certain things. Right? No. I become somebody's wife. I'm somebody's submissive wife. But not some asshole who can't run a house or earn money or be charitable or even understand why people need to go to high school. Get it? Right. Not going to effing happen. Ever. Threaten me. They threatened me. Twice. If there's certain things I won't do, then, I can hit the road. I'm like, well, I guess it's worth losing all my fucking furniture again and all my fucking crap just to get rid of another asshole. I lived in a part of Baltimore City that was known gang territory, and, twice in less than 2 years, I come home from something. The people are not, shit, more chalk mark. This is not some way to earn street cred, assholes. You're being convinced to destroy your own selves. So I may call people some names, but sometimes it's like, well, everybody's done something, asshole. We may not even mean it, don't even know, like, ooh, I just did an asshole. Sorry. Right? But people who are not aware of certain actual real medical conditions, something called fibromyalgia. Okay, it's your whole body is on high alert a lot, and you have trouble sleeping, and that too could cause muscle rigidity. But the muscle rigidity is the part that keeps pointing back to Parkinson's for me. Okay, so I didn't just wake up and think, well, I have Parkinson's. Ignorance. Wasted my time. Wasted other people's time. People died in the process of waiting. Okay? But people with fibro gotta understand, people are gonna try and push you, and don't let them do it. Okay? This is you can't be athlete like that anymore. Because it could take you really bad. Yep. And then the depression. And so, right, widespread pain. It's just like your whole body's in pain all the time. So, sleeping habits, okay? But the most important thing is, if no one else is going to give you a break, then you got to do it for yourself. Okay? Because, like, I had to do, like, a rush of activities, right, for, like, 2 weeks. But I still took breaks and laid down the rest of my body, little cat naps and other kind of thing. And be careful about being hydrated. I got dehydrated. Okay? Sometimes that's hard to avoid with other things. But the minute I knew, okay, then I had to stop. And then make sure I was getting proper hydration. And I basically spent all of last week in bed. Every time I would try and get up, it's just like, okay, well, you make it to the bathroom. This is good news. And then stagger back. And, yep. So it's like I don't have a choice. My body quits on me. And so I'm not trying to push the limit. And I'm not trying to maintain my damn edge. And I'm not going to listen to people who don't know me at all and who don't understand fibromyalgia, okay? But people who do have it, you get diagnosed, there's pressure points, okay? But if people are purposely and, intentionally touching those pressure points, you can spend some time in jail. There are ways to do these things, okay? But fibromyalgia is very difficult to manage sometimes because for some people, wintertime it gets harder. Your muscles get more tense. My chiropractor, I'm like, I had to stop going. I don't know if it's Parkinson's and fiber or what, but it's definitely fibromyalgia. So, certain pursuits for me became not possible. And I wouldn't push myself because that would be stupid. So, nobody knows how to properly take care of me. Okay. So I'm not in the middle of some test. And I don't make statements that have not been thoroughly researched. Do you understand? There are plenty of places that, like on Wikipedia, and I will say the Wikipedia folks, I work for free too. I barely, yeah. This is the first time I've gotten actual clothes that fit me right and that I kind of like wearing in a very long time that I got to pick out and pay for. Yeah, adults don't really kind of dig that. Except for ones who are still suckling on mommy or sponging off dad. And I can't say anything, but even if my parents were wealthy, I would not be, yes, accepting money from them for any reason. Regardless. So there's someone thinking they're in a spiritual crisis, you understand? And so if you think of things in the spiritual way, whether you're a spiritualist or you just understand like Holy Spirit or good spirit or the whole spirit of you understand? Okay. Don't worry about that differentiation sometimes, you understand? No. I will handle them. I know. And several of them wanted me dead. A few of them cursed me. Right. All falsely. Okay. But anybody who put some kind of love mojo on me, some kind of, right, that kind, you need to understand. So did others. And you're freaking tearing me apart physically on the inside, dumbasses. Do you get it? I actually have physical. I got high. Yes. Get it? Nobody loves spells me. It's not necessary in the first place. But yes, several different types of craft. Some of it's some old school stupid shit that got everybody killed. But everybody's just so sure. I never ever talk until I have walked. Do you understand? I walked it before I talked it. Okay? Nope. Some of them didn't know. And it's not fair. So mercy is the only thing that I'm okay. And I can only be overruled by one other. In this world. Okay. There's not much I personally, and it is because I'm a female. Nobody can change that. And don't try. People do things you don't ask them to ever do. I can't do anything about the Ukraine Russia situation. Okay? Like that way. But it's not going to last. And it's not my territory. So sometimes if I know I can't really do and make any difference, I try not to think about it. Okay? So there are some people who may do what you do certain ways, but it's not always good for you. And all the people who are pissing and moaning and bitching and about people who are animal hoarders and they're living in, okay, Stop talking. Stop your mouth from moving. Some of these people have had some shit bad situations happen to them. Like gang rape. And they don't know what to do anymore. So they start pulling up. And animals don't judge. Like humans do. You don't know, fuckers. There are people who I've tried to, say, I'm going to do animal rescue. I'm like, you'll have to kill me first. And I quite literally mean that. It's not a test. You don't have the kind of compassion you need. Okay? Everybody needs to understand that the more you obsess about something, the harder it's going to be. Right? So some just get caught. Get trapped in a loop. Yeah. I don't know left-hand path like right, but quite a few of yours attacked me, and that was highly inappropriate. Like, well, I didn't have a choice. Someone else did that, and I was under duress. So if the big heads in the United States government for some reason think that I wouldn't very easily use DHS, no fear against them, you better believe it. Because if some of this training and some of this other stuff is your elite best, then you can't protect this country for shit. And you're probably already compromised. I've been walking around in a state of absolute sheer plain terror for quite some time now. I've had actual real people like loaded weapons right in my face. And what the worst part is it's usually the males who start to shit. And then they run away, and then I get a deal. Loaded firearms pointed at me. Doesn't exactly make you men, you see what I'm trying to say? You get tired of that crap. Like, even out in the suburbs in the corn cow country, don't be all ragging on the inner city bullshit. Me, yep. I was on the fringe. Like, there's all the corn cow country. And then, oh no, the urban sprawl. But, when I grew up, there was only 2 or 3 neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Right. Like, and by the time I was 10, I'd seen crack cooked on a spoon. Yeah. People giving each other STDs. People drinking and driving, killing mothers who were pregnant. People trying to have sex with whatever they can, but it's just like this desperate need for love. And both men and women do it. So one of the hardest things that a person can do is try so hard every which way to just forget about certain things and not necessarily swallow it. I've had to, because like I have not been in a secure situation for way too damn long. And I'm not some kind of freaking spy. Okay, this is not a guessing game. I research things you people never even heard of. But see, what's not fair, by the way, somebody who might want $300 for something. I don't have $300. Must have mistaken me for someone else, apparently. Yeah. There's some things that I want to say, but I want to be sure that I'm saying them the appropriate way. Okay. So I don't always just say some things. But one of the hardest things to do is keep it contained until you can get it to the proper authority. And I wasn't trained to do any of that. Right. So all of you, like, well, we're going to be ourselves and we're going to be ourselves. And yes, at the expense of stopping on a bunch of others who are also like you, who would like to be ourselves too. But when it comes to, right, going into the state, okay, there's state capitals in Annapolis, right? But the federal capitals in Washington, D.C. Well, maybe you don't deserve representation. That's your punishment. Your penance. I don't know. Okay? But there are people who do. And lots of documents and things that are kept, yep, very safe. So try not to get depressed about it. Okay? It takes work. It takes mind work. It takes training. It takes brain training. Okay? 90% of the human public can't do it. So the few who can, somebody get a complaint, well, do something about it. None of you really deserve it, except for maybe a few. Yes, any kind of nice out of me, whatever. But I do believe in mercy in a variety of ways. So everyone in the U.S. should try very hard to at least have a general practitioner, a family doctor. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Okay, because sometimes like you catch stuff like way before. Yeah, it was something. You just might need antibiotics or like, so something small can be caught before it gets big. Okay, it's not to try and trick you and then. I can get people back in my life, and I know that. But the reason why I don't talk about some of it sometimes is because I don't want to. That's why I put a post for all occasions. This is why I do this. This is why, right? That way, somebody wants to know. I don't have to keep explaining an accident where someone who lost my trust and ditched his kids, I tried to do the right thing for, comes back remorseful. Had no idea, had any kind of issues with alcohol. Did all those right things. Left me. Okay? So all my big hopes and dreams, my beautiful voice, you understand, and my sexy brains, right? Immediately, I gotta be a mother without someone. So fine. And then, Very first time he gets full visitation rights. I was feeling so good that day. Like, they get to know their dad. And there's like, you can do whatever, do weird dad things. And yeah, like, okay, good. Well, you still have help with him. I mean, we weren't going to get together or anything, but you do all these things. And then gets a little too drunk Super Bowl. Puts his own flesh and blood in the car. And fastened the car seats to the car, but forgot to fasten them to the car seats. Right? I have never been the same since. But that's why I'm an asshole to people sometimes. Straight out. What business of yours? I'm like, would you like to see a picture of my dead child with the eye hanging out? Oh! Yeah, blah. So sometimes it's okay if you go into zombie mode. You gotta understand though, you can't just let them sit in remorse by themselves for like they don't know what the hell's happening. Like every single thing that my whole life was suddenly not there. Okay. Some people, I have to admit, it is healthier. It's okay to keep their stuff sometimes. You know what I'm getting at? Sit in the room. It is mentally healthier to help someone slowly but surely. Okay? Just 6 months after, if they're still sitting in the room holding the stuff, you have to get some friends. I don't care. Get them up. Get them out of that room. You understand? That's another reason why people become hoarders. Because people don't understand the effect of it. So, a year later, I guarantee you, probably still not all okay, good to go. Okay? You can't just assume because they're not letting me. I'm like, get out of my way. You know what I'm trying to say? Fine, I'll do it. Hi, is this? Oh, that's very nice. Come on, let's go. Right. And if I have to get an off-duty cop or someone who just is intimidating is all fucking get out. Okay? That's how everybody can help each other that way too. Because when they're just constantly holding and they just, and you, right? People are going to be fragile about it anyway. And it could be male or female. It could be both. But other people, work friends, right? And sometimes you want to get inside their house to see the condition of it. If it starts really in their hygiene, you don't let that go. Okay? So, comes to me, state of Maryland, I don't go by the DSM, right. So I'm not exactly a clinician, okay? But I do know some horrible shit because it's happened to me. Okay? But the internet, there are people who do need to get far less aggressive about some things, and you need to understand proper safety protocols. So, two things that can help anyone. Okay. If you are online, it doesn't matter. You can use Firefox, wherever, any kind of internet. At the very top, where the address is www World Wide Web, okay, HTTPS hypertext. Right. If it says HTTPS. Okay, the S as in super means secure. Generally, yes, more secure than the open internet. Okay, so if you don't see an S, then it's okay to be a little bit leery. Okay, but also there's a little padlock. Like, okay, if it is open and ajar, okay, it means it's unlocked. Always check this. Any browser, anywhere. Okay, this is for new ones. Reminders for people who, too careless, not paying attention. Those things are very important. Okay, so if you're putting personal information and especially other kind of things, check. Does it say HTTPS? Because S means secure. And does the padlock, is the padlock open or closed? So some things, some might have thought was secure, didn't know those things. Okay, but those are two big things that everyone who doesn't spend a lot of time on the internet and is, moving money or sensitive information, or, you know what I'm saying? Right. Every user should know. Okay, every user. Look for where it says HTTPS. That's the web address. Okay, you're gonna be putting your credit card in something. Check to make sure it says HTTPS, and look for the padlock that's right next to that on the upper screen. Okay, if you don't see that, then maybe you can email and ask, do they have a more secure, will they take, some are more secure ways to get money and personal information safely and securely. So those two things, reminders for people who just get used to it and don't look, and for people who are newer to it. Those are two things you can do for your very own selves. And if you feel leery about it, then you don't. Maybe ask somebody who's a tech, maybe email, and they get their web person. You see what I'm saying? Maybe they don't know they haven't. Okay? Don't be so afraid of it. But you can feel more secure about using the internet by looking for HTTPS and for the padlock. Okay? Those things were not taught to us in school, and in some countries and whatever. Yeah, and everybody. Now you know. Two basics. Feel more secure and less anxious and a little more at ease. Okay, you see HTTPS and you see that the lock is locked. Okay, that means that you have a more secure than if it's unlocked and it just says HTTP. Okay, just a little bit of anxiety remover for people who have had their, yes, I know, but those things are helpful once you know that. Okay, you feel a little better that it's a more secure way to information packet to get back and forth, and it's harder for any outside source to access it. You understand? So don't be afraid of the internet. But for people who aren't using the internet, and there's tons of people, I try and not necessarily Luddites, it's fine, but some people didn't What the hell are they gonna do with it? They're either too old or you're from like other do things by hand still, right? So don't be afraid of the internet, people. It's just basic things they know to check for themselves. Yes, relieves anxiety. You can't put that much fear on them to buy something if they have no money to buy it, is what I'm trying to say. All right, then. Yay. Okay, but people can trust what I'm saying. I started using the internet in the early 80s. Okay? So a lot of the basic stuff, well, platform had to be changed, but a lot of the basic stuff, it's still basically the same. You understand? But there's way too much outdated, uneducated, false facts and information put online as fact. And now, see, that is an issue. And you can lose your career and your jobs and whatever else you got if you're a party to it. And if Homeland Security does, whoever does it, starts picking up, there's like, another country server is, do you understand? Or a U.S. country. So a lot of people, you do not have the depth and breadth. Okay? That's part of the problem. When I say things, it's educational. Because I've tried every kind of perspective and I've listened to every kind of thing I can possibly listen to. And I know by proof of 3. Okay? And so once somebody gets that proof of 3, okay, then somebody else. Okay, but you always need the proof of 3. And if you don't know what that is, it's okay. What else was I going to say? Yes, I need to organize. This is like my whole day organizing. And so there's someone moving in, and some of the things going to be maintenance closet. So I have to rearrange everything. Generally, I've been feeling better, but there are times when I'm laid down for the count for a whole entire month. And so nobody's here taking care of me, and that's really shouldn't be the case. If I can't figure out how to put the thermometer in my mouth and walk my ass to an ER, sometimes I don't want an ambulance. It's like, fine, all right. Well, my insurance paying for it. All right, fine. I get some money, I don't know, but I'm tired of it. When you get to a certain point in life, it's like, don't anybody be giving me some shit. The fuck do you know? That's why I say over 21, because I will say bad language. And there's some people who just aren't mature enough, and there's some people who are 50 years old who still think like children. And so you can't go by that. Okay? But they need to be kept that way. Okay? So some of you online looking at pictures like, who the hell are you? And where the fuck do you get off? Oh, you want to talk about who can curse? Who has the power to curse? Well, if I haven't done it, then none of you should have been doing it to me. Those of you who did not provide mercy, you shall not receive mercy. There are rules, and some of them are steadfast, and they apply to human life at all times. They never change. humans who've had assistance for a very long time. And so be grateful for it. I was supposed to be married. I was supposed to have help. Like, quite literally, somebody is like maybe trying to beat me down right to nothing. And I'm wondering why. Okay? I know what I'm doing when it comes to certain things, and a lot of people don't. And, the ones who are totally, like, still remnants of drugs and other, what do you call them, psychogenics and other things, I can't do anything for you. That has to go to someone else, and nothing I can do for you. Okay? Brain cells can actually start to grow back, people. Okay? But the myelinated sheath, which is your gray matter, I'll guarantee you, all do study. A lot of the people, whether known or unknown to some, okay, you're, doing acid, my surgery, yes, LSD, guarantee you, dementia, and it probably has everything to do with stripping away the myelinated sheath. So, oh no, we don't go by age. You're not allowed to leave my country anyway. All right, you're allowed to lead. All right, the whole group of individuals that whose brains are all fucked up, and they're sure they're right. Sometimes it is physical stuff, people. Okay. No, thank you. The woke agenda. Yes, listening to little children, you understand, and running the world by what they want is just so absolutely stupid that I won't have anything to do with it. Okay? I need it for anyone else. I always need assistance here. Some of the stuff that I need, I try and put in the description here. Some stuff is like, yeah, if you don't have any money or don't worry about it. You can pray. Maybe you can, forward a Twitter or something. Organizing for me, this is going to be like a 4-day project. And I had an order to take care of them. I got to reschedule a doctor's appointment. And then I got to be stuck in the back with this horrifying pain. Because if they're numb, you understand, then they can't find the right nerve. I don't give a shit what anybody else's thoughts and opinions are, or any government or anything like that. I guess to the point where there's some shit that is too much for me. I'll find a way to off myself, the assholes. Nobody has that right. Nobody. Okay? But legally speaking, a lot of people will bitch about it because they don't want to lose someone. And I get it. But you have to be merciful and compassionate. Sometimes the best thing for someone that you love is just get them out of the fight. So people may not appreciate that. And a lot of people don't think the same way. So sometimes there are certain types of mind certain types of a certain mind, but they are not always in agreement. Okay, and there's a lot of stuff that happens, and if I could stop all of it, anything that happened to me ever from happening to any other human being, even the asshole who did it to me, I would do that. Everybody's too hard on each other. And some of you get power hungry, and some of you use the power you don't even understand or what the cost and toll is. So I am not going to be a part of somebody's fucking holy war, I'll tell you that much. I've known lots of people walking around this planet who are kind of like, yeah, okay. Yeah, we're all the ones who don't have guns. You don't get street cred for that, you dumbasses. Jesus. All right, I see the little kids running around the hood. They're all different colors and sizes. Yeah. There's less of a diverse population now. But still, all our laws, you must have proper licensure for everything before you can start a medical practice or some get out, no business. If you lie about income, no one may catch it for years, but eventually it will be caught. And then you got that much time that you got pay back to society. Not making any sense, folks. But there is a divine plan. God is love. A lot of people have known love, you understand? And they felt it, so they know how to give it. It doesn't just go away. It might be a little dormant for a while. It doesn't just go away. People with fibromyalgia need to let people know we can't operate the same way we used to. Okay? Generally, there's research from several different countries that those indicate that people with pain conditions need way more sleep than others. Find a job. Okay, I found a job. I created my own. Right. My own country lost my trust when they've done nothing to try and rebuild it. People I know lost my trust. And why were there pictures of me online? Why do I got paparazzi now? I refuse to keep a firearm in my apartment. You understand? Because trauma. Mine was acute. Some people get acute post-traumatic stress and they stop speaking and never start speaking again. Okay? Don't be dragging me into your neighborhood pettiness, please. It's not why I'm here. I can't volunteer to be a swiftwater rescuer anymore because that would be really stupid. Only hero. Anyway, okay, neither do some other people. Don't anyone be asking me for money. Okay? I don't have any. Every single penny. As soon as I get my I have what's called SSI, which is Social Security or Supplemental Security Income. Okay. It is because of a disability and other things, you understand? So likely, I, okay, but I paid into that from my paychecks. Do you understand? Working from time, okay? And I'm trying to get healthier, but I know the realistic for myself already. And nobody's gonna rush me. Sometimes say, is some asshole dumb enough to be holding a loaded firearm to me? I suggest you be a really good shot. And you be prepared to pull that trigger. Too many dummies with guns all over the planet. Ah, I'm allowed to say that. Um, I mean, think about these things, people. But so many of you complain about stuff in the United States of America, and I'm like, well, why don't you recycle? Oh, well, how come? Oh, but you don't have to do that now, right? Ah, okay, I get it. Oh, you're not going to use the whole animal, but you're going to put the head up on the. Ah, right. I'm not like certain people because we're not the same. And we're not a church state the way some other countries are, which is actually good. Understand? But if you fake fraud in some religion because you want some pussy, or you want some respect, or you thought that certain power was meant for human beings, well, you're not going to take anybody down with you. I have needed a certain assistance for years. I'm not getting beat down anymore. I'm not taking a hit for shit nobody. Ever again. Everybody's going to clean their own messes. I'm not really that intimidating either. Yes, I never ever strike with a lethal anything until I'm met, until lethal force is coming at me. Okay? A lot of people can't handle it. And, some people should not be practicing because when you find out that they can't handle it while on the job, then it's like, well, great, now there's 6 people dead who would not have been if you weren't practicing on the job. Certain things. Nobody gets to anyone screaming at me. Okay? My neighbors, I'm going to get peace orders. The end. You don't want to take care of your own family and your own parents and all these, whatever the situation is, you know what I'm trying to say? Right? Maybe you don't get along, but it's not like, yeah. The one thing that was also very, it was saving grace for me when it came to my twin children dying together in the same car accident was at least they're together. Like, one of them's not all alone, but I don't know what happens. But you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. It's like, well, mommy's hates it, but I'll get over it eventually. People, some of you don't know hard times, and that's okay. But you do not get to mouth off to people who do it. You do not get to talk about human behavior if you have never studied it. Okay? You don't. There's always just going to be the sadness sometimes that I'm going to get. Comes with the territory. But there needs to be like interventions all over the planet. But some don't want to ask for help. So sometimes somebody got to freaking override you. And there are times when that is very difficult situation. So there are a lot of people who don't know a lot of things about all sorts of things. Okay? So just know every day you wake up, there's a whole bunch of stuff you don't know. Okay? So anybody who can volunteer, any local Elton. Hi, wake up, Elton, Maryland. How you doing? I don't know. But none of you do actual work and you get paid, and I'm wondering why. Okay? Nobody rely on me for anything. Don't anybody be telling people to rely on me for strength. Hey, the whole bunch of dominoes. Oh, well, too late now. I could care less anymore about what happens after you die or any other kind of crap. Okay? Somebody made such a fatal error that I had to turn around and leave my entire world behind. And then didn't even bother to try and protect me. There's a lot of crap that, people online need to understand. It's like, yeah, you can be found. There's some sneaky, smart motherfucker. Yeah. Don't be running pyramid companies in the US. If you're not sure if it's a pyramid company, then you check around and find out. Felons who I have known in my life, like, you were given such an opportunity, and every single last one of you blew it. So you get a twofer. Then you get excommunicated from all that power you like. There's a lot of stuff that people don't know, and you make assumptions, and young people say all kinds of stuff around me. I'm like, what in the shit bag? Don't be going around thinking like that. Well, I would know. I do things as warnings because I don't want anybody having to out of blue go and look at their dead flesh all ripped up with their eyeball hanging out. Get what I'm saying? Have a drinking driving plan. If you're on medications, stick with the doctor. Okay. If you are starting to feel effects of it that are very bothersome, you let that doctor know. Okay? You don't just. Yeah, your uncle's cousin, Jim, who used to be a paramedic, is not the proper authority to be telling anybody about medication. Okay? Some medication I took a medication that made me entirely too manic. I felt like shit. It was not the appropriate medication. Okay. So I immediately let the doctor know. Well, isn't good stuff for me. Then slowly titrate down. Some of you, some of the people who like to, alcohol is such big fun. Well, I've had a little bit of fun, but I've mostly just run across people partying one night down Johns Hopkins Way in the city, frat parties. Meet up with some people having fun. The next thing you know, the freaking 2 people away from me just drops. So much for fun. We don't even know what her name is. You understand? But the good thing was several of us knew that there was a hospital 3 blocks that way and this way. Okay. So we had to pile this person in the car immediately. Did not make it. Alcohol poisoning. I don't remember what her name was, but I know what she looked like. There goes a party. That's a party killer. None of it's fun, assholes. You're lying through your teeth. Toothes. You all know this. You can't admit it. It's not fun. It's a waste of time and money and flesh and blood. And it's like, okay, well, who needs your fucking pound of flesh? You don't ever do. Females like me, you don't ever do that shit. I should never have even known any of that. Or how to do any of that. What are you trying to make? Some warrior bitch with the thing in your fucking van, assholes? Yeah, I have zero respect for you. Okay? Everybody else. Try very hard to write it down, sing it out. I don't care. Talk to yourself in the bathroom. Do what you have to do to just keep trying to help yourself and help others and make sure you know what the hell you're talking about.